Board here as well. All right. So, um, let's do this. All right. So, we got a lot of good stuff happening. Breaking records like crazy. It's cool when Symmetry each week they're talking about they're like breaking records, breaking records, breaking records, right? And that's phenomenal. And that's exciting stuff for all of us. But then it's really, really cool too, because like your business can kind of parallel with that. So I know a lot of you guys are breaking records. I know, we're breaking tons of stuff. And it's, if you look at your business, we talked a little bit about tracking, activity this morning on impact. So hopefully you guys were on that. But I looked at the trailing 12 weeks, our last 12 weeks, by comparison to the previous 12 weeks. And in every single metric, we grew, in some cases by almost 50%, but at least like 30%. And that's unique writers on average per week, APV per week, total new writers per week, recruits. So like that is the sign of some epic things to come. So I'm fired up. That means a lot of people going to be promoted in the very near future. So fired up, honored to be in business with y'all. Excited have you guys on here today. So this will be a big week, big contact week. Lots of people off this week with the whole Easter holiday and all that kind of stuff coming up. I know my kiddos got a little spring break. So we're going to balance the old production with the kids that were out there cleaning the garage this morning. So yeah, they're enjoying spring break like you wouldn't believe so far. So all right, let's kick this off. My hostess with the mostest, Court, you ready to rock?
I'm ready. I just wasn't sure like how this partnership worked. Like, do you do the PowerPoint slides or do I, or who's pulling them
I
up?
think I got the reins on this one. I got
Okay. I
my
mean, I have them up. I just didn't know if you
down.
were, or
Um,
we clearly didn't hash that out prior, guys.
oh, it's all right. I will. I'll take the reins on this one. So just let me know when y'all can see this. All right, we good? Good, good, good. There we go. Shannon Master, fired up to have you guys on. Excited. Here's a bunch of the AOs. We were in, where were we for that one? You remember that one, Court? Was that
It
in?
was definitely it was definitely Baltimore.
Was it Baltimore? All right.
It was Baltimore.
Yeah, that was a good one. They're
I
all
think it
good.
was Baltimore.
So, Weekend Warriors, who was out there hitting it up over the weekend? Court, you want to rock this one? Looks like the ladies took the title over the weekend. Dang, they did. So,
I do. It's okay. No, Jeff made his way in there. He said,
Jeff's
not all
bulwarks
ladies
for the
there.
Weekend Warriors. She's
There
always.
we go. Awesome job and congratulations to everybody who went out and made impact, protected a family this weekend. We had Nicole S. With 165 APV, Miss Daisha with 307, and then I've got Miss Natasha here with 366, Melody for 780, Megan about 1100. Then we had Jeff. We had him for about 1100. Andrea for 3,200, and then Miss Aretha for 5,000. I love that. That's a good weekend. That's like a party weekend.
Heck yeah. Aretha and Andrea rocking the house there over the weekend. Good
Hmm.
job, y'all. All right, I'm gonna do something new today. I'm gonna announce everyone that had an application. However, I'm gonna do it quick. So you guys ready for this? So we had 103 applications last week, 103 families protected for 100, a little over 100,000. Way to go, y'all. Hope had one, Erica had one, Sherry had one, Bryant one, Ryan one, Matt one, Amarius one, Crystal won, Daisha won, Nathan and yours truly got in on some app splits. It looks like Krisha had four. Good job, Krisha. Chris Ventura 2 apps 903. Catherine P one. Bonnie wearing four. Good job. Michelle with one. Tasha 3 apps. Good job, Tosh. We had a little personal challenge. Got a little mini league credit coming to her. So for hitting that up on Friday, good job. Jamie, brand new agent, part time, rocking the house, doing her thing. 6 apps. She's a full time teacher. She does all kinds of stuff, gig work, all that kind of stuff. But rocking it here. 6 apps already. Wow, good job. She's the first time writer this month. Mike, 1. Nikki B, good job, Nikki. App for 1148. Tasha Darrington. Got Nap Andrea 2. Zana has got Nap Paul with 3. Andriel with 2 on the West Coast. Good job, Andriel. Ed, love Ed. Had Nap. Harrison had Nap. Calvin was I think first time writer had a good one. Almost 2 Gs. Marianne with an app. Dana 2. Megan 3. Christina Caravangelis with a sizable one, almost 2,500. John Doss 2,700. That guy's always got sizable premium. Good job, man. Zach rocking the house. He had a little personal challenge too. Coming through clutch on Friday. So good job, buddy. 4 apps. Tina Mejia 28.96. That's pretty good. Courtney with 4 for 3,000. Miguel 3 for 3,500. Joanne 4 for 3,800. Watkins 6 for 4,000. I think first time writer too. So way to go, Joel. 4 apps 4,000. Dave Brown 2 apps 4,000. Ari 6 4,089. Court, hit them up. What do we got for tops in APV?
Yeah, and then we've got Miss Melody for 4,100, Jonathan Abernathy for 42, Miss Tia for 5,200, Aretha 7,100. That's awesome, Miss Aretha. I'm so proud of you. And Miss Jen, this is Jen P. We also call her Party Jen. She's also Business Jen. She is fantastic. That's why she put up $9,482.70 in APV. Congratulations, there, Miss Jen, for being the top writer last week.
It's like Business Jen showed up the last 2 weeks in a row. I think she was #1 last 2
Also,
weeks.
Sean, I timed you. That took 2 minutes and 42 seconds. So no pressure, but next week you have to beat that.
I'll beat that score. So 5 app club, Jamie Powers, Watkins, 6 apps. Look at that. All the ladies, 6 apps. Ari, 6 apps. Way to go. 5K weekly producers, Tia, Aretha, and Jen P and Aretha, 7,000 for the week, and then fired it up again over the weekend. So Aretha rocking the house. Way to go, Aretha. All right, let's reflect last week. 103 apps, 100,000, almost 200,000 to date. 62 writers. Court, hit us up on all these folks here.
Yeah, so our top agency owners, last week we had the Brown Agency 14 apps for about 13,000. We had the King Agency 14 apps for about 14,500. Else Base Shop 10 apps for about 14,800. Wallace Base Shop Agency 21 apps for about 18,000. And then tops there, Mr. Sean Shannon's Base Shop with 29 apps for about 19,000. Look over to the right, guys. You're going to see agency directors month to date. An agency director is an agency owner that also helps someone else achieve agency ownership, right? So that's that kind of next tier as you progress in the levels of leadership. We had Mr. Christopher Gilheen, 42 apps for about 47,000 month to date. And then we have Ms. Dana Else, 42 apps for about 59,000 month to date. And then we've got our key leader here, Mr. Jeremy Hicklin, 6 apps for about 5,900.
Let's go. All right, good stuff there. New writers. We had, what do we have? We have 8 last week. Is that right? Erica Oswald, direct to Dana Else. Ryan Rowe, direct to Marcus Parker. Good job, buddy. Matt Riley, direct to Zach Luckenbill. Amarius, direct to Courtney. Way to go. Nikki, direct to Emily. Nice job. Calvin Tran, direct to Jeff White. Way to go. Megan had Mary Ann Parrish. We got to get them photos in if we don't have those photos, y'all. Mary Ann Parrish, direct to Megan. And then Watkins, direct to Amber in the PAL agency. So way to go. Good stuff there. Road agency owner. Zach Luckenbill, 2 writers, 1 new writer for the week, 3,300. Tosh Kelly on Team Kelly, 3 writers, almost 4,000. Joel, 3 writers, 5,000. Jeff, 3 writers with 1 new writer, 5,600. Jeremy Hicklin, three writers, 5,900. Joanne Bailey, 3 writers, 5,900. Amber, 3 writers, 2 new writers, 8,000 for the week. Look at this. Jess Volts, wow, blasting the pass. That's amazing. 3 writers, almost 10,000. And Jen P, Party Jen, 2 writers, almost 10,000 for the week. So way to go. Tops in recruiting. We had, I don't know the total. I probably could add it up real quick. If any epic math people tell me the total there, but I know we're well over 100 invites sent out again. Corey, you want to hit these guys up? Maybe just the left column.
Maybe just the left column. We love you on the
115.
right.
115. Thank you, Bev. Love that. On demand. Love it. So
We love you guys on the right side too. For time's sake, we've got Miss Natasha here. 5 packets out, 2 back. Carlos, 10 out, 2 back. Harrison, hey Harrison, three for three. That's awesome. 3 out, 3 back. Chad Carr, 3 for 3. Mr. David Brown, 9 out, 3 back. Zach Buckenbill, 13 out, 4 back. Mr. Joel, 8 out, 5 back. Miss Mariette, 9 out, 5 back. Awesome job. Love that. Miss Joanne Bailey, 9 out, 6 back. And then the tops there, I think we need to make it Rich O and Linda O. I think we got to do like a combo photo now. I
yeah,
love me some Miss Linda. Awesome job to the Osterhout over there, the Osterhout team of Rich and Linda with 21 out and 7 back.
nice. Yeah, I love that. So Rich, rocking the house. Good job there, buddy. It's funny too. You guys notice the president of the bank, Rich, also leading the way on contracts out, most interviews probably for the week, but then also too, look at that. He's got most ready to write, most licensed recruits so far for the month. All these folks have at least 2: Joelle, Emily, Courtney, Amber, Tommy, Jonathan Abernathy, Dave Brown, Joanne Bailey, and then Rich Rock in the house with 9 uh, licensed recruits for the month. Rich, is that a record for you? I believe I got to go into the archives, but I think
Yeah, I'm
it.
sure I'm sure that is a record for licensed agents, so it seems like there's a lot of people out there looking for an opportunity better, and Symmetry has the place for you.
Yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah. They're coming to us in droves. So, unique lead takers for the week. Our leads are up. 44 lead takers, almost 1,100 total leads. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. One of my absolute favorites. If you know, you know, they do like this little thing where like you do these affirmations. Yeah, I have a millionaire mind, and I encourage you guys to do all this. So that is an awesome, awesome book. Change your life. So, Cord, how long were you in the business before you read that one?
I just read that. What, like last year?
Did you? Wow, wow, we missed it on the. We didn't have the book of the month for the year at like, but so now we have it. So nobody's gonna miss this one. But it's a good one. Live events coming up. What is that? This week, right? In a couple days in San Antonio. So if you have anybody out there in that Texas area down to San Antonio, love the river walk there. It's good. Michigan folks, we got May 16th. Advanced markets coming up May 28th. You would know if you won a trip to Portugal. We got boot camp coming up in Connecticut. Um, let's see what else. What else? These guys, America. We're gonna be talking to them today. It's exciting. They're going to Riviera Maya, one of the coolest places ever. And then also too, hot off the presses. Put this on your calendar if you are in this area here, where I live. May 30th. We are doing at the LGA office. Big kind of training and corporate overview there with a bunch of Titans, a bunch of folks from the Hunt agency, from Gainey's agency. So it's going to be a good one. We got these two. Court, you want to just hit them up on these real quick?
I want to hit them up on these. Okay, so on the left here, we have the Grand Rapids Boot Camp. This is on May 16th. In the center here, we've got the New Haven, Connecticut. That is on June 20th. Make sure you're scanning these QR codes too if you are within a couple hours of these events, so you can get yourself registered. And then we have on the right, the Lumberton, North Carolina. That one is, where is the date? Friday, June 20th. Okay, and then don't come alone, right? These are free events. You want to go, it's just a day. Bring as many people as you can. They're going to talk about who we are, what we do, how we get paid, and then they're going to also give you some really awesome free training. So it's silly not to go.
Yeah, it's really silly not to go because it's like if you want to win, you go to where people are winning and you do what they do, and then all of a sudden you win. It's crazy. So it's pretty awesome. There's a lot of rock stars, and man, all these photos look good, huh? It's crisp. Look at all that stuff. So that Lumberton one's gonna be epic. So. All right, we got SWAT coming up next month. It's only literally a month away. So down there in Dallas, I highly recommend this one. Level up like crazy. You guys have heard Megan talk about it. You look at her level up like year over year. out of this world. So, again, it's that investment you make into yourself to put you at a place to win. So, and the national conference coming up. Wednesday, August 13th, Thursday, August 14th, and Friday, August 15th. So make sure put a 10 in the chat if you are going to national conference. Put a 10 in the chat now if you could. So you guys notice all the folks that are rocking the house. They're in there. So make sure you are there. We'll get you registered. Work on logistics, all that stuff coming up. We got live dial sessions with Ari. So Ari's doing such a good job and rocking the house. Saw her up top of leaderboards this week, all that kind of fun stuff. So she was doing Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 o'clock for us, right? Where she just get on, rip and run, make dials, doing the thing. And she was doing such a good job. I asked her too. I was like, "Hey, can you do, like in the morning sometimes too?" And she's like, "Yes, Sean, I can do that." And so if you guys have been on there, you've seen her schedule, I don't know, hundreds of appointments. So highly recommend it's on this line here. Make sure you guys jump on. Big shout out. Everybody should all send Ari like a $5 Starbucks gift card or whatever for her matcha. I know she loves the matcha, right? So
Not coffee, matcha only.
not coffee, but matcha, right? So matcha. New agent onboarding this week, 6:30 Wednesday, followed by the GOAT call with Darren Stubbs. That's going to be a good one. Larry and Ann hosting. It's going to be awesome. 7 o'clock. This is one of the best recruiting tools you can use. So definitely get your folks on there. Get yourself on there. Make sure you guys have Signal downloaded. It is available for Android as well as iPhone. So it's on all those places. And then what do we got going on today? Let's see if we got our rock star guest coming on here. We got the man of America. Where are we at? What's up, Mike? How are you, man?
Americo Mike, huh?
Yeah, I love that. Got a name. So yeah, man, the floor is yours. We were actually playing your video, I think, last week on one of our little team training calls. So
Oh,
but fired up to have you here, buddy.
I appreciate that. And don't let was it one of those email or Instagram videos or something like that?
No, I think it was just like the symmetry excursion thing. So it showed all the
Oh, yeah. We're excited about that. Yeah, so maybe I'll start with that. You had mentioned the incentive trips, and we do it a little bit differently. As many of you know, we do 2 trips each year. One in December and one in June, and awesome destinations. Last December, we went to Whistler, Canada, stayed in the Four Seasons, the whole ball of wax. Pretty awesome. Going to Riviera Maya here in June. I can't believe it's mid-April already. This is crazy. So this is coming soon. So qualifications for that already ended, but we're so excited about the next trip coming up in December, which is Reykjavik, Iceland. So qualifications on that. And let me shoot you guys a website. If everybody would do me a favor, Symmetry, and I'll pop in the notes my contact information here in a sec, but symmetry.americo.com. Everybody's probably got their phones nearby. If everybody would do me a favor, that is an awesome website. I don't care if you're brand new or if you've been around for a while. You'll see that video for Iceland. You'll see the qualifications for that, but also a ton of other stuff. Demo e-apps, the training channel with videos for everything, how to use the app, agent guides, client guides, all that fun stuff. Again, you already saw that video. Don't let symmetry.americo.com scare you off, because my funny looking mug is going to pop up in a video in the corner there. Awesome information in there. If you guys do me a favor, if you are there on your phone, click on that Instagram, where you click to join that Instagram. So we've got a Symmetry Americo Instagram, and I bring that up because a lot of what we do, that's a great way to get sort of what's coming, tips, trips, hints, all that fun stuff. But it gives you good insight in what's coming up. The most timely information is going to be there. So if you guys would click on that and follow us, we certainly would appreciate that. The Iceland trip, so 45,000 in net paid commissions, 70% persistency, and we're bringing to the top 30 agents. So that's going to be super cool. I know you're all not going to want to miss that trip. Volcano, how cool would it be to hang out with your peers in a volcano heated steam bath, right? Like pretty awesome. The Northern Lights, ice caves, not going to want to miss that trip. So we do that twice a year because we like to say thank you all for all of the business that you all do. Symmetry has set a record with Americo going on 2 months, the last 2 months as far as business. So we thank you for that. For those of you that are not familiar with, we've got a pretty fantastic product lineup from our term series to our IUL to our mortgage protection. The IUL and the mortgage protection are the top two products at Symmetry. And so while we've got a great product lineup, really what separates us, what you all tell us, excuse me, is our e-app. It's really the ease of doing business that I think sets Americo apart from anybody else. Particularly with our new mortgage protection product, the Eagle Select. We redid the e-app on that, and the feedback we're getting is 13, 15 minutes to get through the entire process. So all about ease of doing business with Americo. The text to signature, pretty awesome if you all have used that. Pretty simple. The e-app and the signature page sends a text to the clients. They review docs, sends them a second text, six-digit code, give that to you, boom, it's done. So simplicity is what we do. What we also do with all of our products, as most of you probably already know, everything is instant decision. Everything is simplified underwriting. So no doc visits, no saliva tests, all that fun stuff too. So I wanted to give you on our mortgage protection, the Eagle Select. So that launched about 5 or 6 months ago, I would say, and has already become one of our very top sellers. We closed down our old mortgage protection Eagle Premier and launched a completely new product, really based on your all's feedback. And I think that this is really pertinent given what's going on today in the economy and see stuff on the stock market and tariffs and all of this stuff. Point being is the reason we redesigned this product was on your feedback that clients have really become cost sensitive. And so, you told us you wanted that, and you also wanted more clients to be able to be accepted into one product. And so those are the major changes that we made with the Eagle Select. So that now has 3 tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. Tier 1 is that awesome price point. Your healthier clients deserved a better price point, and now they have it. And then the second is Tier 2. That's relatively in line with our old Eagle Premier, if y'all are familiar with that, and sort of the rest of the industry as far as mortgage protection, as far as cost. And then Tier 3 is a graded tier. So for the first 2 years, if a client passes away in Tier 3, it would be return of the premium that they paid at an interest rate equal to the amount of months they were in the policy. So if they passed away in month 18, it'd be premium at an 18% rate of return, which is pretty awesome. You certainly can't get that anywhere else. Not that I know of, at least. Certainly not in the stock market with what's going on. Issue ages on that Tier 3 is up to age 75. Issue ages on Tier 1 and 2 are up to age 85. And death benefit goes up to 40,000 in Tier 1 and Tier 2, 25,000 in Tier 3. Tier 3 is also not a guaranteed issue, but it's designed to accept a lot of what would have been traditionally guaranteed issue. So we used to have a guaranteed issue, and we don't anymore. But I will tell you about a third of what used to be guaranteed issue with us in the past is now being accepted into tier 3, which obviously versus, guaranteed issue product is a fantastic cost savings. So we're excited about that. All in, we're getting about 50% of the apps submitted are being accepted into that tier 1 at that great price point, which is awesome. So it's not some, hey, we got an awesome price point and then nobody qualifies. Half are fitting into that tier 1. And that's about 20% less expensive than our tier 2 or a lot of the industry. So pretty awesome cost savings there too. Overall, Eagle Select has been clients have been qualifying for either tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3. 90% have been accepted into one of those 3 tiers. So to cost savings, to more apps or more clients being fitted into one product. So we're very appreciative of the business that you sent in, and the e-app we redid to make more intuitive for you all. So instead of having to kind of go through what feels like endless questions, right? And sometimes you get to question 20 and you're like, I thought I just answered that question. So we redid that. There's about 20 health conditions at the start of that e-app. If they have none of them, you click none. If they have 2 or 3, and those are not knockouts, and we fully anticipate most clients are going to have a couple of those conditions. You mark the conditions they have, and then there's just going to be 2 or 3 drop-down questions on each of those conditions. You don't have to answer any more questions about conditions they don't have. So easier. I will tell you one little tip too, is if you're running an illustration on Eagle Select, and you can get that through your agent portal, through agent tools. You can get to that through symmetry.americo.com. But I've got a lot of agents that are quoting or say, hey, what should I be quoting clients on that? And generally the feedback that I get from you all in the field is that a lot of you are just quoting that tier 2 rate. That way, if they qualify for tier 1, you look like a hero. If they qualify for tier 2 or tier 3, well, tier 3, they probably know because that's designed for clients with existing health conditions, right? But in that illustration system, you've got to scroll down, and this will make sense if you've done it or if you are doing this in the illustration system. You've got to scroll down and hit create report, and that'll give you, because it looks like what pops up just really looks like it's just tier 1 as far as pricing. So scroll down, create report, and then it'll give you the 3, excuse me, the 3 tiers that you can share with clients as far as pricing. I don't know how much time we have. I'd love to touch on briefly the IUL, or maybe open up for questions, whatever is best for you. I don't want to take too much of your meeting.
That's okay. Yeah, you could jump in on the IUL stuff too. And if you guys have questions, you guys can throw them in the chat as we go here too.
Cool. And I'm gonna send, okay, so I just sent my contact information there, and then agent services, and also the email. And the reason I put that up there is that, myself and the rest of us here at America, we're traveling quite a bit. So you're certainly welcome to reach out to me. Sometimes, a lot of times, however, though, if I'm traveling or on a plane or an airport, you're gonna need an answer pretty quickly. The fastest way I will tell you is agent services is the email. So unless it's something that you've got to kind of describe to them over the phone, certainly they still can help you there. But the email is super fast. So we've got quite a few people in agent services. They'll guarantee you an answer same day via email. So please reach out to them through email or phone. The IUL is also a relatively new product. So that's been out about a year. And that is, as you know, instant decision, simplified underwriting, available through the e-app, all of that good stuff, but a way for your clients, of course, to get that legacy protection through death benefit, but also accumulate a significant cash value while they're doing that. So a great product for that. Issue ages go up to 75 on the IUL, and death benefit goes up to 450K. A cool thing also embedded in that contract are 3 living benefits. Now, there's going to be a couple of states, California and New York, and a couple of others, and you can find the other states in the agent guide, which again you can find on symmetry.americo.com. But the living benefits are very attractive. No additional costs. You've got chronic, critical, and terminal illness embedded in that product. So pretty cool on that too. As I mentioned that, let me take a step back. I forgot to mention on our Eagle Select, our mortgage protection product. That one also has included at no additional cost what we call the quit smoking advantage. So as you run across clients, again, for the mortgage protection, this is not on the IUL, but the mortgage protection Eagle Select, quit smoking advantage will give your smoking or nicotine user clients a non-smoking rate for the first 3 years as a pretty awesome and a huge cost savings versus a smoker rate. All they got to do is sometime in the first 3 years do what they've probably been trying to do for years, which is quit smoking. And this gives them a little extra economic incentive to do that. So now I'll toggle back to the IUL. The IUL has 2 index crediting methods. They're both based on the S&P 500. So a great way between those products. And then our term series, no carrier is going to be able to cover 100% of your client needs. And you're going to have declines, right? With us and anybody else. That's just going to happen. But America does a really good job of covering the majority of your clients and their coverage needs. And again, the main thing is our ease of doing business, whether myself or our agent services team, we're there for you. And the faster you can get through that e-app process with clients, the easier it is because we get a lot of feedback, 13, 15 minutes to get through the e-app. And ours, again, you all tell us is the fastest and easiest in the industry. And that's obviously important because you're really busy and so are your clients and your prospects. And if you can get through that process quickly and painlessly, what a wonderful opportunity because a lot of the clients feedback we get is, hey, I thought that was going to take a lot longer, or I thought that was going to be tougher. I've been putting this off, right? And they get through that and they're like, that wasn't so bad. What a great opportunity to ask for referrals right on the spot. And obviously referrals are the best leads that we can get and they're free. And so, yeah, why don't I leave it at that and answer any questions you have, or y'all can reach out to me too.
Hey, Mike, I had a quick question for you. You had said the guarantee, the tier 3, does that go up to 85? Did I hear that right?
75. Yeah, 1 and 2 goes up to 85, tier 3, 75, and then the death benefit goes up to 25,000 on
Gotcha.
tier 3, 40 on tiers 1 and 2.
I got excited. I thought you said 85.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question also. I was looking into writing an IUL on my children, but everything I'm looking at says like 16 is the youngest. Is that the same with y'all's?
18 with us.
Okay.
I'm just scrolling through just to see if there's any other questions here. Like I said, if anything or you think of something, want to hop off, please shoot me a text or an email or whatever. I'm actually in the office the next couple of days, so I'll be around. Yeah, so it doesn't look like, does anybody else have any other questions for me? It doesn't look like. I appreciate. Thank you all so much again. Symmetry's been setting records with America. We appreciate you. We try to listen to your feedback and listen to you and what you all need in the field. So if you've done business with us, we sincerely thank you for that. If you haven't yet, we appreciate the opportunity to earn your business.
Awesome. Cool, man. I appreciate it. One quick question too, just for, I guess on the risk assessment side, do you recommend that agent.services email or making a call, or what's best case scenario for that?
Yeah, generally, that agent.services is your best avenue on that. And they can connect with an underwriter. and get your response on that.
Cool. Cool. All right,
Cool.
y'all. Mike, I appreciate you you coming on and sharing and pouring in, and I'm fired up to continue to grow with you guys, break some records. So it's been great.
Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody.
All right, we'll see you, buddy.
Bye.
All right, Court, I'm gonna transition over to you. I'm gonna spotlight you. You ready? There we go. The show is yours.
The host spotlighted. Oh, I am unmuted. Did that mute me? Okay, sorry. Did you click to unmute? Is that what you did there? It started me off for a minute. Maybe. All right. Well, since you have the controls, can I also have you spotlight a few individuals for me? And can I have you, let's see, who am I gonna pick? I'm just kidding. Can I have Zach spotlighted, please? And then can I also have Miss Ariana spotlighted? And then can I also have Miss Taylor spotlighted? Am I working too fast for you, Sean?
Ari has to be on camera. There she is. All right, got her.
She's on camera. You can see her hair, voluminous.
I
Looks just like Zach's.
did not see. All right, let's see there. And there we go.
And okay, there we go. And then I got one more. Could you slide Party Jen over? I totally didn't tell Party Jen, but I'm sliding Party Jen over here too.
Sure.
Retirement professional advisor Jen. Oh my
You want
goodness.
Party Jen or do you want Business Jen?
There's so many gens and I love it. I love all the gens. It's fantastic. And thank you for just popping on here, Jen. I didn't even say anything to you. I'm just throwing you up here. But I'm seeing your numbers all the time and they just keep they keep growing and growing and growing. And so I myself am very curious. So I've got lots of questions for all of you guys. I kind of looked at this two ways. I was like, what I'm curious about, and then what the heck maybe other people are curious about, right? And so you all that are on here have been having success in different departments. And I want to know how, I want to know why, I want to know what you're most excited about. I want to know all the things, okay? And then we have two, and I've got some stuff I know Miss Aisha had shared over with me. Just she wants to tackle some things too, but I've got my notepad and I've got my pen here, and I'm ready to write some notes. All right. I want to start here. I want to start with Zach. Hi, how are you, Zach?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Where are you? Are you in Montana? Are there buffaloes?
I am.
What's there? Is it known for like, what do we got? Buffaloes or what is it?
Yeah, mountains.
Mountains. Okay.
Yeah, good scenery, I guess. Yeah.
Good scenery. Okay. All right. I feel like if I lived in Montana, there'd be like a zoo in my backyard. I don't know why I think that, but that's what I think. Let me know if that does happen. You wake up to some exotic animals in your backyard. But I am curious because you are on all of the dial teams. I feel like every time I get on, you're on like a dial team. Then I'm starting to see you on the leaderboards, and I'm seeing you in recruiting. And then I'm hear people saying they're direct to Zach, they're direct to Zach, and I'm seeing all these things happening. Zach is everywhere. What's going on? Like, what are you most excited about right now?
Yeah, I'm excited too. I think it really just came down to like sick and tired of being sick and tired and trying to reinvent the wheel too many times, and just finally I think I finally understand why they say submit to the system. It's like, okay, fine, I'll just whatever you guys say, I'll do it. And what do you know? It's working. So
I love that. Submit to the system. When you say submit to the system, was that kind of like a putting the ego in the back pocket and like following direction?
yeah. For so long I'm like, okay, yeah, I know I can produce this amount with Lighthouse leads, but oh man, I saw this ad about these external leads. Oh, they gotta be better. Let's check these out. Oh, nope. Let's try these out. Nope. or just thinking that I can hack the system in some way, thinking that I'm special for some reason. I bring this up all the time. And it means good and bad. It's like you don't have it any worse or better than anyone else, and so you probably have to do the same things that everybody else did.
Yeah.
And kind of submitting to that, yeah, it works. Resources, activity, schedule, and system.
I love it. And I'd say too, you kind of made a decision, right? Because what I'm hearing is like, I got tired of sucking, right? Because I feel like I had that aha moment too, where I was like, I don't want to suck anymore. I'm over this. I'm going to do this thing, do it the right way. And then it was like, I'm making a decision to really just put my best foot forward and go all in. That kind of what I'm hearing.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, the association too is huge for me. I know I've gone through phases of being on all the calls and then not, or being on the dial teams and then not. I know it helps me a ton, even. I don't care how long you've been doing this or how accustomed you are to dialing. Some days it's going to be harder to pick up that phone than others, and it's so much easier to get started and make those first calls when you hop on and there's already people doing it. Say, okay, let's go. So that's been a huge thing too. Finding people that are doing what you're doing and surrounding yourself with them. So.
Yeah. And I know a little bit more, but you have a running buddy, and I think you guys are going for AO. What has that been like?
It's been huge. Yeah. Joelle and I have been really tag teaming, helping each other out with a lot of stuff. He's been a huge help and really motivation to me for sure. Accountability buddy as well. But yeah, the association in the sense of, talking to people that are where you want to be, but also people that are similar spot. And so you can say, okay, like we're probably facing the same problems. We might be running into the same things. We have similar goals and we want to hit them in similar time frames. So, yeah, that's been huge. It's like what everybody always says is like we're in business for ourselves, but we're not by ourselves. And to be able to actually like live that out is nice.
Yeah. Have you noticed too, like, isn't it much easier to like associate when you're following the system? Because then it's like, oh, they're doing the same things I do. Would you like try to go and like reinvent the wheel and then like you kind of it almost like kind of pushes you away because it's like I don't have anybody that's doing it the way, you know what I mean, that I'm doing it. There's not conversation. I can't really ask for help. It like kind of almost makes it 10 times harder. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you follow the system, it's freeing because you know exactly what to do. So.
I love it. All right, Zach, last question for you. We've got a lot of new agents on here, maybe just wrote their first app, maybe they haven't even written an app yet. If you were to give them one piece of advice from Zach, Luckinbill, and Montana, what would that be?
Um, it might seem boring, but dial more.
I love it.
It will help. You will never regret dialing more than you are. Um, so yeah, that'll
Yeah.
be my advice.
It is over solution on it, right? It's like when I'm feeling down, it's like usually another appointment or two, right? I'll be in a positive mood, right? It's like I'm one appointment away from having a sale. You just got to
Mhm.
do no one, maybe Ari likes dialing. I don't know, but I don't know anybody aside from her that actually maybe likes it. Cause I know I can be honest, like I still don't like it. I do it, but that doesn't mean I like it, you know? So. I love it. Thank you so much, Zach, for popping on. I appreciate you, and I'm excited. When are we hitting AO?
We're shooting for August. It's an ambitious goal,
That's okay.
but it's possible.
It is.
Uh,
Damn right it is. We need to get some shirts. I'm Zach for AO. I'll market the crap out of it for you. We'll speak this into existence. Let's go. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate your time. All right. Now I'm gonna have Miss Party Jen here for a minute. Party Jen, are you in the house?
I am.
Hey. Okay, what the hell are you doing? Why are you always on the leaderboard? I need notes. I got notes here too. I got we got August for AO. Jen, how the hell is Jen on the top of the leaderboard all the time? Tell me.
I am protecting those retirement accounts.
Okay, protecting retirement accounts. All right, I love that. What are you doing? Is it like warm market? You got leads? What are you doing?
Both.
Both?
Yep. Posting on social media. One of them was that I did last week was a girlfriend of mine. We've been talking about it, and I finally texted her. I said, "Look, we need to fix this now because I know that you're losing money." She sent me all of her passcodes to all of her logins, and she's like, "Just tell me what you need, fix it." And I was like, "You've lost 50 grand this year." She's like, "Fix it." And I did. And so I got almost $300,000 rollover just with her. Got her protected, and then also did another client that had herself had almost $300,000. And then of course with those, they're grateful that their money's getting out of the market, getting protected. I'm gonna have referrals from those.
I love it. I love it. Good on referrals with the advanced markets. Now, I know I am not an expert like Party Jen. I'm not there yet, and I don't need to be an expert overnight because we got people like Jen that's an expert. So, and we got a lot of new people on here, so they're probably like, "What are you rolling into where and the who and the what?" What is one thing that you could kind of share with them, right? Like, what's something that they could maybe say to their clients, right? Or talk about with individuals that, maybe they could leverage someone like you.
Mhm. If you're in the appointment trying to get the mortgage protection or regular life insurance, let them know, hey, we also have experts in our field that can protect your retirement accounts from further market loss. If you'd like to set up an appointment, we can go ahead and get you booked. They can answer any questions you have, no pressure.
I love it. I love it. And it's kind of like that don't be a secret agent thing too, right? Where you're saying like post it on social, what you talk about, what you think about, what you speak about is what you are, right? And it seems like that is what you are doing. I love it. I love it. I am so proud of you. I'm coming for you.
Remember, you reset, you still get 40% of that commission, even though we do all the work for you. So
Yes. And that's my kind of money because like if I can be like waking up late and eating breakfast, my honey bunches of oats, and then I get a deposit and Party Jen did all the work, but I just got this very large deposit. I love that. That sounds like a really good morning to me. And I need more of those in my future. So I love it. I love it. Thank you, Miss Jen. Question for you. Are you going to be in Denver?
of course.
Of course you are. I knew it.
Bought my ticket at conference last year.
Yes, I love it. Are you coming alone?
No,
Hell no, she's not. All
I
right.
got my discount code, so I'm bringing people with me.
Yes, I love it. Thank you. I'm going to talk to Party Jen more about how in the heck she's doing all these things. But guys, curiosity is key. Brian Delaney always says that, right? Like if you want to grow and you want to grow fast, you got to be curious. What are other people doing and how are they doing it? Right. Miss Taylor, are you there? Did you get your haircut?
Oh, yes, I did.
I love it. It's giving hot mom is what I'm thinking. I love it. I'm gonna get in trouble. Sean's gonna be like, if there was HR.
I was
Anyway,
bored, chopped it off one night. It's not even.
did you chop it yourself?
I did. I keep trying to put it back here
Oh.
to hide it. It's like
Oh, okay. Then your hairstylist too. Okay, we have lots of things that we do. I love it. So you tell me, I want to talk about recruiting. All right. I want to talk about how, like, I feel like recruiting was nerve-wracking to me. Like, yeah, selling was terrifying, but it was like me, right? Where it's like, I am doing something for me. And like, if I suck, right? But then when you're like, I'm going to recruit, I'm going to talk to other people about their possibilities and what they can achieve and do all these things. It's like, that was terrifying to me. And I just want to know what kind of sparked your interest in building? Like why did you want to build and like how are you building? What are you doing?
to be honest, I didn't want to build at first. I was definitely the I don't know enough to do it, but you guys talk about it every single day. And you hear people say all the time, I wish I had started building sooner. So it seems kind of silly not to. Um, and to be honest, the sales part is the scary part to me. I'd rather get on the phone and recruit people all day long. I'd rather talk to strangers that way. At least I feel like I kind of have a leg up um, as far as recruiting goes. But I mean, getting on the phone with, they say 10 packets out a week. Um, it's really not that hard. A lot of people come into Indeed and LinkedIn wanting a chance, wanting a change. And when you start getting going about commission, which can be daunting for some people, but you start talking about the possibilities. There's so many people that are stuck in a 9 to 5, $17 an hour type job or more. But just knowing that there's just no ceiling to what you can do here, it's not a hard sell
Yeah.
position here. Now the after, when people start asking me in-depth questions, that's when it's just like, oh, gets a little scary. However, I'm continuously learning and I know so much more now that I started building than I did doing dialing and trying to do all that on my own. It's really helped me out as far as confidence and diving in and just knowing the business a little bit better. Still have a long way to go, but I do enjoy it.
And I think you told me too, which you've never told me that you were excited to dial. But recently you did tell me that you were like, I want to write apps. I want to write more policies. You're like, this building is making me want to be better at sales.
Well, telling people every single day what they can do here and then sitting there thinking like, okay, I'm telling these people that they can make all their hopes and dreams come true. They can kill in this business. They can be stay-at-home parents. And I'm always like, yeah, I've got my 3 kids here. You're not going to find anything better. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, I don't want to dial. I'm on Indeed looking for a part-time job. Like, still doing the things I'm telling all these people that they can get out of. And so building has helped me just realize like, if they can do it, I can do it. There's no reason for me to be afraid of it. It's a possibility for everyone. We say that everybody can do this. You just have to have the grit and perseverance and the determination and discipline, which working on. But it's definitely sparked it more of an exciting aspect to the sales side of things for me. I still don't like to dial. It still gives me some serious anxiety, but I'm doing it. Zach was saying, you're never going to regret dialing more. I'm over here just like hitting numbers and trying to focus more on booking appointments rather than how many dials I'm doing. But I don't know, I've gotten over that a little bit and I still have anxiety, but when people answer the phone, they're just people. It's
Yep.
so rare that you get somebody that's nasty to you or rude. Most of the time they're just normal people. And if you think of them that way, it's really not that hard. You just got to get, it's a mental thing.
Yeah.
So I am excited to, I got to catch up. Is Daisha on here? I've got to catch up with Daisha and Ari writing 9 apps. I'm just over here trying to pick up the phone and dial. Like I'm slacking. So I got
I
some
love
to do.
I love it. Well, and that's the thing. It's like building really does help you to become a better agent, and you never feel like you're ready to build, right?
Mhm.
But would you agree? Do you feel like there's a good system in place where, like, maybe if somebody wanted to share the opportunity with some individuals, but they didn't know the system enough yet, do you think that there's like kind of guardrails in place where they could?
Yeah, we have that. That's one thing when people start asking questions that either I don't know the answer to. We have so many resources. There's an insane amount of information on HQ. And even before that, we have videos. We have so much stuff that we can send them. And if you keep that in mind, which I did not in the beginning, and it gets overwhelming if you make it, you're the end all be all for these people, but you're not. There's anybody can recruit because you've got endless amount of information that you can send and a lot of people that you can, associate, have them plug in. They're going to start meeting the team. They don't have to just associate with you. They get to, go out and about and meet other people because, you don't make the same connection with everybody. So
Yeah.
they might not agree with the way I do things, or they might like the way the Ari dials better, or they might like, your tone better than mine. Whatever it is, they might make a connection by plugging in, and then that's another resource for them. So I really do think anybody can come in here without knowing a whole lot.
I love it.
Same with recruiters.
I love it. And you got an owner's code for Denver, right?
Yes, I did. Same as Jen. I purchased it right there when they put the the code up there on the screen.
That is what I'm talking about. Well, thank you. I know you're feeding Miles over there. Tell him I said hello.
I'm trying to keep him happy. He's
That's our
not
symmetry
loving
baby.
sharing me with the phone. Yeah,
That is
he was born in symmetry.
He was. He really was at the Orlando. He wasn't actually born at the Orlando event, but he did go to the Orlando event.
He was pretty close to being born at the Orlando event.
But he was. All right, Miss Ari, you got a whole slide on the PowerPoint with your picture on it. Like there was a whole one for you. We want to know.
Nice of you guys.
No, we love you. We want to know. Tell us all the things. What are the little tips and tricks of dialing? Like how do we get good at dialing? You hear us all here. We don't love it. We do it, but we don't love it. But how do we get good?
You just do it. To be honest, there's really no tips or tricks. You just have to pick up the phone and dial. I don't think I'm the best dialer. I just think I'm very disciplined at dialing. I just get it done, kind of.
Discipline. Can you tell me more about that? What does that look like? What does somebody
It
need to
looks
be disciplined?
Oh, so it looks like on the days I don't want to dial, still showing up, knowing that it's bigger than me. And I love that we have dial team because then I'm showing up for other people. It's easier to make excuses to not show up for myself. But when it comes to other people, it's like, okay, you have to do it. And it allows me to show up for myself too. Um, Not sacrificing your dialing times to do other stuff. Definitely working on that more, but just making sure you get your dials in.
Okay. And what do you typically dial during the week? What kind of leads?
I do the bonus leads, so I do CIG leads.
Okay.
We love CIG leads over here.
Okay, CIG leads. And how many dials do you think you do in a week, roughly?
Over 750,
Okay.
but an average is like 750. I
Okay.
don't really now. My new thing is I dial till I have the amount of appointments I need. 15 appointments for the week is the goal. I no longer focus on, okay, I did 150 dials today. If I didn't set the amount of appointments that I need, it doesn't matter how many dials I did.
Okay. And what times do you typically dial?
So I'm in Houston, so I'm Central Time. I dial usually from 8:30 to 11, 4 to 7.
4 to 7. Okay. 8:30 to 11 and 4 to 7. If you had to give one piece of advice to somebody who's new, they're just starting out. Well, there's the puppy. There's the baby. What would that be? Somebody's brand spanking new on here. Maybe they haven't even picked up the phone yet.
Dialing will solve all of the problems that you have. And I know you're smiling because you tell me that. But it's very true. Any problem that I really have, I have to pick up that phone. It's the solution to most of my problems. Don't be scared. Like it's normal to be scared to dial, especially it's like fear of the unknown. But once you start doing it, it's like, oh, it's not that bad. Like they're just people, like Taylor said. The worst they could do is hang up on you, and I'm gonna call them right back as soon as they hang up. So it's okay.
Yep. Somebody just asked a good question. How many leads do you get to be able to dial 750?
So I do the CIG. Sometimes I mix them up with like CIE. So about 150 a week is a good range to do your 750 dials. And I also do go back on like older leads that I have. Like last week on Dial Team, I booked an appointment it was a B5 lead from last June. And we end up writing a nap on him.
Love it. So it's a consistency going back through the old leads, but always getting your new inventory each week. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Miss Ari. I've got a few more questions here. We got 1 minute and I'm gonna spit these out for Miss Daisha and make this short and sweet. She better be on. Oh no, I do see her head. I was like, she better be on here. I gotta ask the question of I'm curious to know how you prep for the week and what your week looks like. Do you have an APV goal in mind when you start the week? First answer is yes to the APV goal. Okay. Casey Watkins always said 5,000 a week, right? And so that's what I always shoot for is my 5,000, right? I give it all I got every week. So that's roughly average APV is about 1,000, right? So that's about 5+ policies in a single week. When you start doing party gen business, they're more than 1,000 APV for an app. But still want to get that 5,000. And then when we talk about prep for the week and what does your week look like, I use the time blocking, right? So you want to have things concrete in your schedule, right? I try to have the dial times are concrete in schedule, the appointment times, right? So having that window of time, like, okay, you run appointments from 4 to 8, say, right? So you book them all kind of in that block. And then same thing with the interviews. Right, I try to have 2 days a week where I'm doing at least 2 days a week where I have it scheduled in my calendar where I'm doing like follow-up with clients and stuff like that, playing catch up. And I always try to do, Dave Brown always taught me, you never have anything other than a little extra time at the beginning of the day to do risk assessments if you need to do them. Because if you wait till the middle of the day or the end of the day, you can be on hold for a really long time. So if I have something that needs a risk assessment, I try to knock that out right in the morning. That's something that I would do right after impact if needed. When we talk about prepping the appointments, I always try to know what I have on the calendar the next day, right? So Justin Finney always talks about having that like reflection in the very end of the night, like saying, okay, so for tomorrow, here's what I've got going, right? So knowing what I'm going to step into. And if something does need prep, I try to do it the day before. Okay, or that night of. So that's kind of like a glimpse into how I do things. But the biggest thing is you want to stay organized. You don't want to be all over the place, right? I was talking with Ari about this, and just it's like those times are sacred in your calendar, right? Where it's like you make your money on the phones, don't let anything impact that, right? You make your money in front of people. That's how you sell policies. That's how you write annuities, do all these things. Like you got to have those sacred times. And then if you're building your business, you got to talk to people, right? And I think Rex Knight talked about the rocks, where you put the rocks and then the sand, not the sand and then the rocks, right? And so think of having those chunks of time. Those are those rocks. Put those on your calendar and then fill everything else in between. And then what type of leads do you focus on? I am more on the digital side. So I work digital and then I work existing clients. So as Jen was talking about, a lot of the like referrals and stuff, always ask for referrals. Because I mean, if referrals are free, go back through existing clients, right? You look about how many apps some of you guys have sold that you didn't pitch advanced markets to, or didn't tell them about people like Jen, right? I mean, they're still clients, they're still people that could have a mortgage protection policy and, right, also need their retirement protected. So go back through existing book. Okay. And don't be afraid to ask people who they know that may need these services.
So I wanted to have
Oh, okay. I thought Miss Tasha needed me. I was like, you can have me, Tasha. Whatever you need, I am here. But anyway, Sean taught me early on too that a lead is a person to talk to, like Ari said, and they can fall into a bucket, right? Either they're going to buy, right, your service, or they're going to become a client, or maybe they don't need the service that you have, but maybe they know somebody that can refer you, right? That they can refer you to. So if Jen is the lead and Jen doesn't need my mortgage protection insurance, but we build a really good connection, Jen might know other party Jens that need my mortgage protection, right? That she can refer me to, right? And maybe she doesn't, but maybe, right, I'm going through on these appointments and I'm talking about income. Maybe Jen could use an extra 3,000 to 5,000 a month part-time, right? And maybe this could be a business that Jen could tap into. So you just have to know that there's a lot of opportunity in front of you when you talk to these leads. It's not a magic lead like Zach said. It's just getting good at just working a lead and just getting better at connections and conversations. And the more you do it, the better you connect and the stronger your conversations are going to get. And then lastly here, and we are all done after this, what works best for you setting appointments, closing sale? What do you struggle with and how do you overcome it? I would say biggest thing that I struggle with is not letting my emotions get to me. right? So, you know, you get a no sale, you get a no show, then what do you do with that time? You know, a lot of times you get down on yourself. I do. And that doesn't fix or solve anything. It's part of the game, right? We're not meant to sell every person. We're not meant to book every person. We're meant to help people who need to be helped. And it's sometimes emotionally that can be really hard because we make it about us and how we feel, right? And this is a very selfless business, so I just have to constantly, I think, work on my personal growth and development, right, to ensure that I'm staying, you know, very future focused, visionary, so I don't get kind of tripped up in those emotional pieces. But that is what I've gotten. Thank you, Daisha, for submitting those questions. I hope that those were helpful. Thank you to all the beautiful faces. I'm sorry you stayed pinned for so long. I don't have hosts. I couldn't unpin you. So that was Sean. I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Reminder, whaling call tomorrow. And then Ari live dials tomorrow. Okay. We'll have those posted in Signal. And anybody, any other messages? Anything? Did I forget anything? No? Good? Nothing? All right. I don't know how to unpin you. I'm so sorry. So I don't know if you're staying here, you're leaving, and I don't know where Sean is. So I don't know. What am I supposed to do? I just leave it. Jen said I'm out.
If you want to make me host, I can unpin you guys.
Oh my God, I'm just looking at you guys. I'm like, hey, Andrea, how are you? I see your hand.
I'm doing good. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get back up here. Sorry. I want to just, really just tell all of them, like Ari, Zach, Joel, I really appreciate the dial team because sometimes, like Ari mentioned, not feeling like doing it, but just being on there in the air, everyone dialing in the wins, even like this funny story, it really encouraged me. So I seen my improvement over the few weeks, and that's being on the dial team with them. So I just wanted to tell them appreciate their time.
They are amazing. And thank you for sharing that. Love it. Love it. Joel, I think did you stop recording? I think it's recording. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I'm not good with tech.